Not to sound elitist or anything, but I think the standards of universities have been like dumbed down.
So it doesn't matter whatever you think, a certain level of education is required with anything.
Welcome to Bridge the Gap, a show where we aim to build a bridge of understanding between opposing views. Each episode you'll see our participants sit down to discuss some thought-provoking statements. If they disagree with the statement, they'll leave their seat and allow those that agree to explain themselves.
The more educated you are, the more doors open for you.
Those that disagree then return and express themselves to the rest of the group.
Education, I feel like awareness or consciousness leads you to success.
Hopefully building a bridge of understanding. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
By yourself, bro.
Wait, am I doing this right?
If you disagree, you get out.
I disagree. Yeah, get out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't see how you can like, obviously not to like be honest, I don't see how you can really disagree with that because like a degree, I think is obviously like a symbol of like the past 3 years or however
No,
many
she
years.
said it's not.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So she said the degree is not a symbolism of knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. So if he
He's talking about what he thinks.
Okay,
Not what
cool,
we
cool.
I'm saying, yeah,
So
I agree.
Wait.
Yeah, cool. So I think you can't really gauge like how much someone knows based off of like,
A piece of paper.
you know what I'm saying, based off
Yeah.
of the degree, and it's just like, obviously, yes, it's the growth even as a person within those 3 years in uni and what you knew then and what you know now. As much as cool, the knowledge grows and stuff, but it's like you've studied, because a lot of the time, a lot of men that have these degrees don't actually use it after like
100%,
uni and stuff.
yeah.
I've noticed that a lot of my friends have these degrees, and if you were to ask them to take these exams, these same exams that they took when they were getting these degrees today,
Yeah.
they probably,
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably would
It wouldn't
like,
be.
you can't really gauge it based off of
Yeah.
those
Those things.
tests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not to sound elitist or anything, but I think the standards of universities have been like dumbed down
A lot.
to a lot, right?
Yeah.
To the extent where there's even now something called a first class inflation,
What's that?
where sort of lower end unis are sort of inflating their grades, basically giving everyone a first class, right? To basically boost their chance of getting a job in a job lander in the corporate world. Obviously, you know, companies aren't stupid, they're all over this, innit? So it makes sort of where you get your degree even more valuable.
Oh, it's so crazy, yeah. Because back when I like was in uni, there was like, even though it might be like friendly, like banter or whatever, there's definitely was a like hierarchy. Like if you went to, I went Leicester, so if you went to like DMU or something, or if
Yeah.
you went
Yeah.
to Cov, if you went Warwick,
Yeah.
there's like a, do you know what I'm saying, or like Loughborough, like it's just bare like.
No, but that's how it is though, because those
In
institutions
every city.
are seen as more prestigious, i.e. because the examinations are stricter, the kind of research projects they get are more sort of, you know, better quality. And the people that have gone there,
They've gotten
and
better
the-
grades.
Not even better grades. The things that the people have gone on to do are great things. That's what builds up a university name. You list all of the prime ministers. The majority of them have been from two schools, Oxford or Cambridge.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say the majority of the most successful people in this country have been from just those two schools.
But
That's
do you
why
feel
they're so
like-
prestigious.
Do you feel like that's based off of the uni or just the fact of the way like the system has been?
I think it's a
like,
So-
to just-
so-
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think
so-
it's
so-
I think
is,
it's
you know,
system.
is the chicken and egg situation, which came first? Did the University of Oxford, that was so great, come first? Because remember, Oxford is the oldest university in the world. Well, one of the oldest in the world. There's a university in Africa that existed before that. Yeah, so obviously you've got to ask yourself that all of these great people went to that university. If it didn't exist, it could have been called something else, University of Durham. But because it has that legacy, no one can take that away from it.
No, but
I'm
it's
trying to
it's
say.
a thing where like you've got to look at it like, cool. People didn't explore any other options. So for example, like let's say I wanted to study engineering, for example, right? And engineering in DMU actually is probably one of the best, whatever, just hypothetically, right? But because Loughborough has is top 10 ranked overall universities, I might look at it and think, oh yeah, I want to go to Loughborough just because.
But then the question I have to ask you, is what would make the DMU course better? Is it the teaching?
No, but that's the thing, we don't know that.
No, of course.
There's certain things within each university that even within the top 10, I promise you, there's probably certain things in DMU that will probably teach better than.
No. But what you need to understand, 100%. You don't go to university for the teaching quality. That's not why people go to university. You go for the certificate at the end. You know what I'm trying to say? You go for the reputation of the university. But I'm saying you having Oxford on your CV will get you into the door. It may not get you the job, but will definitely get you an interview. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's the whole point. This is what I'm saying. That's literally the problem.
No, but I'm not saying I don't see it as a problem, because obviously it required a certain depth of knowledge to get to Oxford. Not anyone gets into Oxford.
You know what's so crazy?
Not anyone gets into Oxford.
A lot of these prime ministers and whatever, bro, they buy their way into those universities.
Not necessarily.
A lot of them
Not
do.
necessarily.
A lot
Not
of them
necessarily.
do.
Wait. No. Obviously, I agree with you in a context where, let's say, for example, David Cameron's kid.
Right.
If he got decent, let's not say.
No.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Can I land?
Go on.
If he got grades, let's say 3 A's, for example. In today's standards, that's not enough to get into Oxford to study a particular course, right? However, because he's the ex-Prime Minister's son, they'll take him, and because of the cultural capital he has, they'll also take him. Right. However, he is still an intelligent person. He's got 3 A's. I'm trying to say, it's not as almost, some universities are literally taking people with 5 U's. What is that?
But you know that he could get.
I reckon he can get him.
Oh, don't even.
I reckon if he had less than 3 A's, he'd get him.
It depends on the course. It depends on the course. Therefore, I'm not.
Yeah, he's not going to be a doctor, but they're going to still accept him into Oxford if he's David Cameron's son.
In this thing, power is like
everything.
100. Cultural capital is everything.
Yeah, because I feel like David Cameron's kid, for example, right? He could get 3 U's, bro, and I don't put it past them to put him in.
They wouldn't put him into Oxford. They wouldn't put him because it would be a scandal. Obviously, look, these.
Trust me, no one would know.
People would know.
So do you feel like everyone that actually has been to Oxford was actually deserving of?
No, the lowest person to get into Oxford with the grades he got was Prince Charles, and he got like C's at A level. But what I'm trying to say is they made an exception for him because obviously he's the future king.
Exactly.
And in fact, he went to Cambridge, not Oxford. But what I'm trying to say to you is that these institutions that are very prestigious, if you're just an average Joe, because remember, not everyone's an elitist. If you're just an average Joe and you're applying, even forget about Oxford and Cambridge. Warwick, for example, they have very high entry requirements. They're not busting everyone. They're looking at your personal statement. They're looking at sort of the environment you grew up in. Then they're making a judgment decision. So at the end of the day, the universities want the best candidates to come through their unis. So in the future, in 50 years' time, they can market it. So for example, my uni, the University of Surrey, they're going to start using my name. They're going to be like, look, Toby Dada came to this uni. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? In 10, 50, 30 years' time, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the whole premise of university is a marketing strategy. Right. Like, I'm not even trying to violate the guys that go to DMU and other less sort of prestigious unis, but what person can they say went there and is doing big things?
Bro,
there are people.
I'm not saying there's no DMU.
He's saying it all for me now.
I'm not saying there's no DMU alumni, but when you compare the sort of earnings of people who go to these prestigious unis versus people who don't go to prestigious unis, the gap is mad, and you can't dispute that.
That's a crazy statement. Obviously, personally, I know there's people that have graduated from DMU that are definitely in a position of like that you probably wouldn't think, but I don't think that.
No, I'm not saying because they went DMU they're gonna be like not succeed in life. I'm just saying in comparison to the man that go Oxford, boy, it's a different game.
So
you don't know the people.
So you think people that go Oxford are automatically just busting life?
Of course, bro. Listen, bro. You can. Do you know why?
It's about the paper.
Yeah, no, of course.
Of course.
Bro. Do you know why it's mad? If you drop anyone, even me and you, we're brothers that grew up on ends in it. If you drop us in Oxford, there's no way we wouldn't be successful. Do you know how much talent we're surrounded by?
We're black.
No, but forget. No. Like, obviously, colour plays a role. However, if you're in an environment that's very intense, that all these men have links to banks, to big institutions, you're busting case.
Remember, you're not part of them. You're from ends.
No,
you've gone into their world. You're in Oxford.
Bro, all of the black.
I am listening to this.
One point.
I don't even want
Small point. All of the black men that I know that went to Oxford or Cambridge, they are busting the maddest case. The Lord Lieutenant of London went to Cambridge. in the 80s. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's not a single black man that went to Oxford and Cambridge, there's a bum. Do you know what I mean? It's impossible. Do you know how much talent? Do you know who, fam, they're in the presence of future prime ministers?
But that's not necessarily
I'm trying to say.
they went to Oxford. That just would be the person.
It helps
they
though.
are.
No, bro, it's the environment. It's not even the education. Take away Oxford's fantastic education. Just the people they're around.
You're
Bro,
talking
if
about
you're
the
around
network, being
princes
open to
and
the network.
pardon?
Being open to the network.
It's the
Yes.
network, bro. Your
Yeah,
network
the
is your net
network.
worth. You know what I'm trying to say, and when you're going to these prestigious unis, you're rubbing up with the sons and daughters of the ruling class. That's what you need to understand. And that's how people bust case. Bro, if I become brethren with the future prime minister or the son or daughter of some lord, bro, I'm busting case. I'm leveraging that. In damn you, who am I meeting? I'm meeting another brother from ends. Like,
Oh no, I agree what he's saying. I don't need to add more to.
No, I want to know why you disagreed initially. Why you walked off.
Okay. So the statement was, I'm so lost. Please.
A degree is not a true reflection of knowledge.
See, I see it in like different point of views in the sense of a degree itself isn't a true reflection of knowledge, but getting the degree adds to the knowledge. That makes sense in the sense of like, no? Okay, all right. Okay.
I think I understand what you mean.
Yeah, as in like,
somehow validates
yeah,
information or
exactly.
edifies the information that you already had.
Exactly.
but let's not cap, man. These universities are money-making machines.
But everything is a business. It's not just university.
But
It's everything.
They have
and it
charitable
comes down-
status though. They don't pay tax. They're collecting money. Do you know how much a vice chancellor earns a year? Bro, they're earning £500,000 a year, bro, for literally sitting down on a chair and getting more students to come to their university. Universities are just PR machines, bro.
That's how
They sell you this false dichotomy. You go there, you get yourselves into debt, and then what do you have to show for it? You're paying 9K, the same 9K that someone else got into Oxford paying. You know what I'm trying to say? And we know that your degrees aren't of equal value. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah.
Why me? Oh, no. I feel like I'm very overwhelmed in this conversation. This debate, I was,
Not necessarily, no.